Good morning, Mr. Rothman. Good afternoon. You may approach the microphone. You go first, Mr. Rothman.
This is yours, counsel. And now here, I wrote to you also that I believe court.
Mr. Rothman, good
Yes.
afternoon. You have 10 minutes. You can watch it by watching here,
Okay, it's
And-
enough, yeah.
and when the yellow
Your
light
Honor,
goes
if you
on,
don't have this,
you
I
make
can give you this because it's in brief, and they always omit. I don't know why the justices are now reading this. This is the short of my first hospitalization where I was told that I have 1 to 2 year life. This is the surgery, colon cancer. This is both. It's taken out from all and the brief. Only here in this court, honorable court, was relieved the impounded material.
That's fine.
For now,
That's
only
fine.
here in this court, honorable court.
Thank you, and the clerk will make sure that we get
And
copies.
This is also good because I've been painted for years.
Mr. Rothman, can I ask you a question?
please.
Are these your only copies?
I don't have copies. I found it.
Fine. What I will do is ask the clerk
Yes.
to
please.
make a copy
Thank
for us and to give you back the original, and she will have a little receipt for you to file, sign that you get the original back, and she
Yeah,
can
here
do
is
that.
also that's not the first case. He has 2 cases.
That's fine, and
this
she
you
will,
need copy. I have all this.
and she will, after,
His second case.
thank you. Perhaps the court officer could just
I
stand in
don't need
case we
copies.
need a
I
few
have.
more.
Did Mr. Glan get a copy?
We can make sure that he gets copies,
Yes.
I think. I think these are the only copies.
Yeah, we need 2 copies.
Okay, Mr. Rothman?
Yes.
Your time is expiring. Is there anything that you would like to say to the court? We will read all of the materials that you have given us,
Thank you.
and if you have anything else to add,
No.
that's
I
fine.
have presented what I have, the discharge, and I am still on observation anytime I have. So I have 1 year to live. That's what they are saying. But I disagree with the treatments, what is going on, which I heard. If you have extension from the cancer, that there is no treatment. The chemotherapy doesn't treat you. It takes only extension for month or 2 months, and then the radiation, it doesn't help you, goes away. I am lucky I have no chemotherapy. But first, when they open it, I don't need chemotherapy. If I need chemotherapy, that's for the first discharge. They told me that I need chemotherapy, then I am gone. They still told me that I have 1 year, 1 to 2 years after the first charge. But no chemotherapy, I can think more of that. Because the CAT scan is going to be next month. The urology, I have CAT scan, I have 3-4 times. The polyp was found again in 2 places, but not where the surgery was. So the CAT scan is going to show out. If the CAT scan is fine, then I still have productive life. But who knows? If it's spread, then you have no life.
Mr. Roth,
Chemotherapy is not helping, and no help with the radiation. That's no help.
Mr. Rothman, I just want
Yeah,
to make
thank
sure
you.
that you understand that we will read your papers,
Thank you.
and then in some time you will get a decision from this court.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank you.
So I was already reading the brief, based on the brief what we have. You have the brief, I think.
Thank
and I
you.
presented what you don't have. So I have,
Thank you, and we'll make sure that...
yeah, thank you very much. No need to read me again the same thing and
Thank you very much.
argue. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. And thank you for waiting.
Thank you very much, and have a nice day.
Thank you. Mr. Glan, is there anything that you would like to add? Why don't you, just for the record,
Mr. Rothman, why don't you have a seat right there and listen to Mr. Glan? Because he gets to talk.
Mr. Glan, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. May it please the court. My name is Brooks Glon. I represent the defendant, Dr. John Trister. As you know, the case comes before you after a denial by the single justice of Mr. Rothman's petition pursuant to Chapter 211, Section 3. We've argued that the dismissal by the single justice is proper for two reasons. One is that Mr. Rothman had available and adequate avenues of relief, specifically his direct appeal at the appeals court, which he had an opportunity to pursue. That was ultimately dismissed on 4 different occasions by single justices at the appeals court for his failure to docket that appeal in a timely fashion. Pursuant to this court's authority under Chapter 211, Section 3, it makes no difference that Mr. Rothman was ultimately unsuccessful or that he failed to follow the procedural rules. Because he had available and adequate avenues of relief, the single justice's dismissal of his petition was proper. Unless there are any other questions, we'll rest on our brief on the other points.
Thank you very much, Mr. Glan.
All right.